Hello everyone and welcome. Today we will talk about Ethereum, the second most capitalized cryptocurrency. In addition to performing simple cryptocurrency transactions, Ethereum is a blockchain on which decentralized applications can be programmed that automate various types of operations. The added value of Ethereum lies precisely in being the reference blockchain when it comes to smart contracts and applications. The big trends were born on this network, still a protagonist despite the many alternatives born over time. The idea of Ethereum was born in 2013, at a time when cryptocurrencies were still a thing for a few computer geeks. It is now a reality with a team of specialists in the field. But originally, we only found two masterminds, Russian-Canadian programmer Vitalik Buterin and British-born Gavin Wood. In thinking about Ethereum, Buterin wanted to go beyond simple, manage a transaction register, main task of the Bitcoin protocol. In fact, the goal was to create programmable money, a unit of value that could be managed automatically by software, maintaining the level of openness and decentralization of Bitcoin. Simplifying how Ethereum works, we can say that the blockchain also contains real lines of code, algorithms. They are packaged inside smart contracts. A multitude of smart contracts that interact with each other form a DApp, already mentioned in the introduction. The DApp is nothing more than the final interface visible to the user. By interacting, he will be able to send transactions of various types. Some examples of decentralized application are Uniswap, Aave, and Curve. Returning to the birth of Ethereum, it is curious why it bears this name. As a good nerd, Vitalik browsing Wikipedia. Here he comes across the definition of ether, an element described as the invisible medium that permeates the universe and allows light to travel. Together with Ethereum, Solidity was also born, a Turing-complete programming language specifically designed for writing smart contracts. Today, Solidity is the reference language for various protocols, although valid alternatives are spreading. The initial funding for Ethereum occurred in 2014 by selling the ETH coin in exchange for BTC. The counter value was a few cents to ETH. Yes, I know what you're thinking, a real gem. This method made it possible to collect 31,500 BTC, at the time worth about $500 each. It was the first ICO in history, another victory for our good Vitalik. We argued that Ethereum aims to add programmability to Bitcoin's features and use cases. The functional unit that allows you to manage value, in the form of ETH or tokens compatible with its blockchain, is the so-called smart contract. Stocks are nothing but transactions containing ETH, tokens and data. The applications are almost endless. It all depends on the platform, the services offered and the work done during development. The outputs are therefore strictly dependent on the type of smart contract. By combining several smart contracts communicating with each other, a decentralized finance DApp is formed. The most important piece of information to keep in mind is that all of this happens in a decentralized manner, which is why Ethereum is often referred to as the world computer. Whether we are talking about Ethereum or Bitcoin, it is natural to get to the point where the comparison takes place. The first major difference is the very nature of currencies. Bitcoin is a store of value and medium of exchange. Ethereum, on the other hand, is the territory of programmability and opens the door to various applications. A second difference lies in the consensus algorithm that regulates the functioning of the two blockchains. Bitcoin is a proof-of-work reality, based on what is known as mining. Ethereum is a former proof-of-work blockchain. Indeed, in September 2022, a historic event called Merge took place, responsible for the transition of Ethereum to the proof-of-stake consensus algorithm. Future updates will bring this network to ever better performance. The maximum amount of ETH has no limit, and this is precisely one of the main criticisms. Since there is no ceiling, the currency is continuously devalued. However, recently, 2021, a major Ethereum fork landed, codenamed London. It provides for the removal from the circulation of part of the ETH spent on gas fees, which has drastically reduced, by about 30% on average, the emission rate. The merge has led to further declines, which is why one can assume that inflation will remain contained in the future. After all, the mechanism is simple. The more the Ethereum network is used, the more gas fees are burned and inflation is minimized. So who uses Ethereum? Users are heterogeneous and use the network for various reasons. Smart contracts and DeFi are certainly a driving horse, as are NFTs and normal transactions. Let's try to better understand what the intrinsic value of Ethereum and ETH is. Bitcoin is the quintessential scarce and secure store of value, while Ethereum is programmable value. So how do the two coins relate in terms of intrinsic value? What is Ethereum given by? What is Ether used for? The Ethereum cryptocurrency is used to pay for gas in any transaction performed on the Ethereum blockchain, whether it is to a wallet or a smart contract. Therefore, if you want to use the network, you need to own ETH. This is the main demand driver. More applications and use cases lead to the growth of the entire ecosystem. Hence, the greater demand for ETH and consequently its intrinsic value also increases. The greater the use of the network, the higher the gas fees spent and the reduction in inflation is increasing. At the time, this factor reduced inflation by about 30%. Indeed, on some days the use of the network was so intensive as to make Ethereum deflationary. But be careful because the merger has brought further improvements, not only on the subject of inflation. Ethereum 2.0 is the most eagerly awaited set of updates by investors and users of the network. Not only that, we can consider it as an event of historic significance for the entire crypto and blockchain sector. The reasons for this excitement are the drastic reduction of gas fees, which actually makes Ethereum more popular, and the decrease in annual inflation estimated at around 70%. The main change in the transition to 2.0 was the farewell of the proof-of-work consensus algorithm to the proof-of-stake one. First of all, the adoption of POS leads to higher performance. Or rather, lay the foundations for the integration of more scalable and faster solutions, eliminating the limits of mining. In addition, energy and environmental sustainability also benefit. In fact, the computational power required by Ethereum plummets. But it is inflation that takes the hardest hit. In fact, the issuance of new Ethereum is significantly reduced, as shown directly by Ethereum.org. The combination of very low inflation and a reduction in the supply proportional to the use of the protocol makes ETH very attractive also as a store of value. Ethereum 2.0 also aims to solve the scalability problem, thanks to the combination of proof-of-stake and other solutions such as sharding. This last expedient fragments the blockchain, assigning validators to each fragment. This piece will have much less computational load, so transactions will be finalized more quickly and at a lower cost. The latest updates to the Ethereum roadmap, illustrated below, also published by Vitalik Buterin, give a lot of weight to the roll-up solutions, considered technologically better for the needs of the network. Ethereum 2.0 is divided into several phases that will require years of work. The merge is just the beginning. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.